was born to live, live to ride, ride to live. I was born to ride. American built, we forever unite. Hey, that's the deal. I was born to ride. Out of Tampa to Miami, Daytona, Tallahassee, from the East Coast to the West Side, here in Florida, we were born to ride. I was born to live, live to ride, ride to live. I was born to ride. American built, we forever unite. Hey, that's the deal. I was born to ride.
Born to Ride is brought to you in part by 866 Law Friend. Ride safe, ride smart. Offices in Palm Harbor.
When do you crave refreshing iced tea? Twisted Tea wants to know the next time you want that same satisfying refreshment, but with a kick. Grab a Twisted Tea. Twisted Tea, the refreshing hard iced tea that tastes like real iced tea with a kick.
Thanks for tuning in to Born to Ride TV. This week, it's Game Over Cycles. The unbelievable tattooed motorcycle, the Recidivist, comes to life. All this and more here on Born to Ride TV.
I'm Kevin Mack from Counting Cars on the History Channel.
I'm Danny, a.k.a. the Count Coker, and you are watching Born to Ride TV. Stay tuned! Woo!
The idea of creating a motorcycle covered with real tattoos came to me about 10 years ago. I'm tattooed myself, and I think people have tattoos in order to express their character, just as they paint their motorcycles in a way fitting to who they are and what they like. Some people like skulls, others like flames, and they show that through their bikes. It's been known for a long time that leather can be tattooed, so one day I thought, why not? Let's cover the whole bike in leather and ink it. The bike's concept relates to a long-standing biker tradition. In the turbulent post-war era in America, many bikers led a life on the edge of the law. That's why we called this bike the Recidivist. It was supposed to be completely covered in tattoos and look like a living creature, a person with very strong character who values individuality and a sense of freedom. To give this bike a very specific old-school style, we had to create the frame from scratch. To relate the bike's construction to the original idea, we couldn't make just a regular frame, so we made it to resemble the shape of the human spine, which nicely fits with the tattoos covering the human body. All these things then had to be fit into the design of the fuel tank. The challenge was to have a modern fuel injection engine with a computer, but have it still look like an old-school bike with a carburetor. We had to find a way to hide all the electronics, cables, computer, fuel pump, and everything else. In order to create the tricky fuel tank, we started by forming it out of styrofoam. This was a much better option than first building it in metal, as metal is much more difficult to work with. We fit it to the bike in a 1-to-1 scale. Then we looked at it from all possible angles and evaluated how it all fit and looked. Once the styrofoam tank was ready, we moved on to another material, wood. With wood, we could create a form that could be put into the final steel rendition. So we cut the styrofoam into small pieces, replicated the shapes in wood, polished it all up, and made one side of a fuel tank, then mirrored that, which eventually gave us the completed tank. One part of the tank is for fuel, while the other part is where you installed all the electronics, maintaining the overall look of a traditional fuel tank.
Don't miss Born to Ride Lifestyle Magazine, exclusive online at borntoride.com. See the Recidivist Game Over Cycles tattoo masterpiece, extended feature, plus the girls of the Recidivist, AIM Expo, and the girls of Born to Ride, and more, only at borntoride.com.
It's back! The third annual American International Motorcycle Expo at the Orange County Convention Center. See and ride the 2016 motorcycles from the top names in the industry. Meet in-person motorcycle legend Malcolm Smith, plus see choppers from world-famous builders like Jesse James and Dave Perowitz, and a special retro bike show and the AMD Championship of the Americas World Bike Building Competition. Saturday and Sunday, October 17th and 18th, Orange County Convention Center. Rock out to Saturday night's garage party. Discount tickets now at aimexpousa.com. Free motorcycle parking courtesy of BMW Motorcycles.
Saturday, October 31st and Sunday, November 1st, meet the legendary Jean Davidson and her son John at Crystal Harley-Davidson. Get a copy of her book and she will sign it for you. Live music, food, and Harley-Davidson motorcycles, merchandise, and more. Don't miss this great event at Crystal Harley-Davidson.
Crystal Harley-Davidson in Homosassa is hosting a summer payment event. We can help you find your personal freedom with a payment that fits your personal budget. Every motorcycle has payment options clearly posted on it. We have brand new Harley-Davidsons for only $99 per month, 1.99% for 60 months, and 0 down payment options. Remember, at Crystal Harley-Davidson, we are the king of trades, offering you full Blue Book value for your trade-in. There is always something happening at Crystal Harley-Davidson.
I've been representing accident victims for nearly a decade, and I've always wanted an office where my clients would feel comfortable and welcome. I'm attorney Fran Hosh, and I've also always been a fighter, never backing down to any insurance company or their attorneys when it comes to representing my clients' rights. Let me deal with the insurance company so you don't have to. If you've been injured in an accident, please call me at 866-LAW-FRAN or log on to lawfran.com.
Now you can take Born to Ride everywhere and anywhere. The new Born to Ride mobile app is ready for you to download. There's more multimedia, more information, more Born to Ride like never before.
In the next stage, we covered the whole bike and elements related to the criminal underworld. We started with the gear shift, which is an infamous suicide shifter made from a crowbar. The clutch and brake levers are formed in the shape of butterfly knives. The brake pump lever is in the shape of a symbol used in legal code. The front brake calipers look like handcuffs. We drew them in a 1-to-1 scale. Then we designed it on a computer and put it into a CNC milling machine, which milled the calipers out of aluminum. The ready part looked like brand new, but we treated it with a burner and basically destroyed it so that it would look old. This was done on purpose because the bike is supposed to look like it already has a rap sheet. The bike's front suspension looks like a traditional old-school coil tattoo machine. We didn't want to cover it with anything, so we took two pistons and wrapped them with copper wire, imitating coils from a traditional machine. Inside there are pistons, springs, even hardness regulation, but we had to fit it in a way so that its looks would resemble that of a traditional coil tattoo machine, while being a fully operational trapezoidal bike frame. Other themed elements of this bike are the knuckle duster, which functions as the rear lamp, and the Kickstarter, which is in the shape of a bomb detonator. The icing on the cake is the exhaust pipe, which not only looks exactly like a Cheyenne brand tattoo machine, but also works the same way. The pipes contain tattooing needles, and when you start the bike, the exhaust fumes make the needles mimic those of a tattoo machine. When we started covering the bike with leather, I realized just how large an area I'd have to tattoo. It would be impossible to be done by one person, so I invited two artists from two Polish tattoo studios and a representative from Cheyenne, which makes very modern, I'd say even futuristic tattoo machines. This suited the bike perfectly, and some of those machines were even used to make parts for the bike.
When we heard about the idea of building a motorcycle that should combine the two worlds of tattooing and biking, we were directly interested in this project. And the fact that the bike will get tattoos on its leather skin made it perfect for us. When I saw the bike for the first time at GOC in Poland, I was speechless for a couple of minutes, and we started with the first conversations about the bike, the to-dos, the further process very quickly, but I tried to sneak away in every free minute to get back to the bike and just look on it. It wasn't finished at that time, but there were already a lot of small details on it, and from that point we were sure that it will be a great project, great bike and a great piece of art.
We are very proud to be part of the Cheyenne Bike project, and we want to thank Game Over Cycles for giving us the chance to get involved.
Don't miss Born to Ride Lifestyle Magazine, exclusive online at borntoride.com. See the Recidivist Game Over Cycles Tattoo Masterpiece, extended feature, plus the girls of the Recidivist, AIM Expo, and the girls of Born to Ride, and more, only at borntoride.com.
It's coming, save the date. Sunday, November 22nd, Born to Ride 20-year anniversary party at Harley-Davidson of Brandon. Sunday, November 22nd, Born to Ride 20-year anniversary party. Brought to you in part by 866 La Fran.
It's back! The third annual American International Motorcycle Expo at the Orange County Convention Center. See and ride the 2016 motorcycles from the top names in the industry. Meet in-person motorcycle legend Malcolm Smith, plus see choppers from world-famous builders like Jesse James and Dave Perowitz, and a special retro bike show and the AMD Championship of the Americas World Bike Building Competition. Saturday and Sunday, October 17th and 18th, Orange County Convention Center. Rock out to Saturday night's garage party. Discount tickets now at aimexpousa.com. Free motorcycle parking courtesy of BMW Motorcycles.
It's the Angel City Motorcycle Rally's 10th year anniversary, October the 7th through the 11th. There's live music all day and all night and all weekend featuring the Blues Brothers Soul Band, Brandon Wheeler, Hired Guns, and many more. Meet TV icon Butch Patrick from the Munsters 50th anniversary with the largest Munsters display ever assembled, including the Munster Coach and even Dragula. Butch will judge the costume contest with cash prizes. See the Ghost Town Village. This is the home of the $2 beers. There's RV hookups and camping with your friends. And there's showers. Vendors now call to get your storefront in the city. No golf carts, no one under 21. Don't miss it. Angel City's Motorcycle Rally, October the 7th through the 11th.
Angel City.
If you're in the market for a motorcycle, I've got two guys that'll take care of you right here. Derek?
Let me tell you something. Come up here, see the family, because you will be part of our family, and you will enjoy it every month of every year.
That's Harley Davidson of Ocala, Ray?
Yep, Harley Davidson of Ocala, where you're treated like family every day, all day long, all year long. Come see us.
These guys got it all happening. Check them out.
Let them roll, baby. Let them roll. Let them roll.
Let them roll.
October 9th and the 10th, Barney's of Brandon, biggest truckload event ever. 3 semi-trucks, free food, music, and sales to you, including the Suzuki Demo Truck. You can ride the hottest bike Suzuki has to offer. Barney's since 1948.
Hey, Dale here from Wheels Through Time. Kind of the end of the day, had a great day starting bikes and running bikes for people here at the museum. Ended up on the Thor motorcycle, a pretty interesting machine. The Thor company actually started in Aurora, Illinois, somewhere around 1901. In fact, it was the Thor company that actually built the first motors, I think for the first 1,000 or 2 Indian motorcycles. They also went on to build their own bike called the Thor. Their heyday, around 1913, 1914. Thors were quite popular in the Chicago area, especially in the Midwest also. The Thor Racing Department built right in Chicago, and they built this motorcycle in 1913. It's a Model SR, and I believe it to be the only Model SR Thor motorcycle in the world. Factory racing job, drop handlebars, cool little bitty seat, 1,000cc engine, quite a good sized motor. This machine is equipped with a clutch. You can actually drive this bike. In fact, earlier this year, I took this bike at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, taught a fellow how to ride it. They were using the bike for some of their PR work for the upcoming MotoGP race. Love the Thor motorcycle. I've had it for probably about 12 or 13 years. I found it in really mostly original condition, although it was disassembled. I very carefully went through the engine. It runs perfect. What a rare bike. You know, I think it's really pretty unlikely another Thor twin-cylinder racing bike will ever appear anywhere. It's the only one I've ever seen. Been to quite a few various swap meets and bike shows. Never seen a Thor racer. Of course, after studying board track racing for nearly 30 years, I've never heard of another Thor racing bike. Truly a testament to the American ingenuity in 1913 and 1914. You know, I could talk about board track racing all day long. This machine, what a special tale, a real personal place in my heart with this bike. I'm going to crank it up. Pretty simple process. Decompress the engine, give it about 2 pedals. This thing ought to roar to life. Let's see what it'll do. You know, when I rode this bike at the Indy Speedway, I had it up to 67 miles an hour, had it clocked with one of the Honda Repsol replicas. Truly great bike, a real piece of American history, the Model SR Thor.
Saturday, October 31st and Sunday, November 1st, meet the legendary Jean Davidson and her son John at Crystal Harley Davidson. Get a copy of her book and she will sign it for you. Live music, food, and Harley Davidson motorcycles, merchandise, and more. Don't miss this great event at Crystal Harley Davidson.
Everyone was right, I was born to ride.
Born to Ride is a multimedia marketing and promotional machine with TV, magazines, streaming radio, and internet advertising opportunities. There are tens of thousands of motorcycles. We reach the people who ride them. Born to Ride. Find out more at borntoride.com.
Time to get noticed with Media Design Shop. Web design, management and hosting, logo designs, marketing material, social media presence, video production, consulting, ad creations and more. Time to get noticed. Media Design Shop. Call now for a free consultation.
You've been involved in a motorcycle accident. I'm the biker on your side. I'm Fran Hosh, your attorney that rides. Motorcycle accidents get my experience, personal attention, and there are no fees and no costs unless you win. I've dedicated my career to helping accident victims and their loved ones. Your rights are my fight, and I'll never settle for less than you deserve. If you've been injured in a motorcycle accident, please call me at 866-LAW-FRAN or log on to lawfran.com.
Motorcycle listings. Sell or find your next motorcycle at motolistings.com. Motorcycle listings at motolistings.com.
Stunt Wars is coming October 10th and 11th to Orlando Speed World. Don't miss Stunt Wars. Go to stuntwars2015.com. Enter promo code Born to Ride for $5 off tickets. Hurry while supplies last.
Fun Bike Center Motorsports, it's Lakeland Center for fun.
Fun Bike Center's 60,000 square foot showroom is packed with great motorcycle deals. Stop in and save on a Harley-Davidson V-Rod, yours for only $10,488. Or take home the Yamaha FJR 1300 for only $89.95. See more great deals now at funbikecenter.com. Open late every Wednesday night.
Fun Bike Center.
Friday, October 30th. Don't miss Diary of a Madman, Johnny G's Bar in Lakeland. Only 300 tickets available. The ultimate Aussie tribute.
In total, to build this bike, it took over 3,000 man-hours, and the tattooing itself lasted over 250 hours. I like new challenges. I like to face things which at the start seem impossible or very difficult to do. And this project was that kind of challenge. Working on this bike was a cool experience and a learning process. Both of us complement each other on doing it together. We tried various techniques on how to apply ink on such a raw and hard material as leather. It's not the same as with human skin. The tattooing of this bike is as important as tattooing a client's skin, because in each case, you only do it once. The whole bike is covered in over 4 square meters of tattooed leather. All the tattoos are coherent and relate to the criminal theme. There's only one tattoo which doesn't really suit the bike. It's a card with a piece of H.R. Geiger's art placed on the fuel tank. It was very important to me to have it on the bike because Geiger is an artist who inspires me when I build my bikes. That means a lot to me. To stress the bike's uniqueness even more, we chose the prestigious tattoo convention in London as the location for its unveiling. The last and the biggest tattoo shows Themis sitting on an electric chair. We decided to tattoo it live during the London show. It took more than 40 hours over 2 days for 2 tattoo artists to make it, but this way the audience could see how hard it was.
I'll tell a few words about the bike, but I think it would be the best to do it when you actually see it, so if I can ask Sasha and the guys to uncover it. We cannot start the bike here, but if we started the bike, the needles are actually moving just like in a tattoo machine.
Lots of people gathered around our stand. Event visitors, media reporters, even other tattoo artists who were doing tattoos during the event. Everybody was amazed. It was sort of a sensation. Of course, there were artists from all over the world and a large number of amazing tattoos, but a tattooed bike being tattooed live on stage, this was the only one. Shortly after that, the buzz around the bike began. The press started writing about it. The bike got featured on the covers of Bike, Tattoo, and daily magazines all over the world. There are thousands of photos on the internet and a number of TV news reports. The Recidivist is the world's first tattooed motorcycle, so I think the buzz around it has only just begun.